The beats, the flow, the rhythm. All movement starts from the streets. Streets A&R Podcast. Because we can't just start the pod without doing this.
Hey, test it for me, Johnny.
The beats, the flow, the rhythm. All movement starts from the streets. Streets A&R Podcast.
Podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we can get started.
Now we started. Now we ready. Yeah. Hey, that sound official. We ready now. Streets A&R Podcast.
Man, we out here. I gotta say that I got the other one though for the outro, but we ain't leaving yet.
Okay, let me test this real quick.
Don't play your track yet. This your track?
Yeah.
We ain't time to start yet.
Oh no, he just said play.
Oh yeah, you supposed to test a dummy track.
Oh shit,
dummy.
Hey, shit, that's just one I chose. Shit, that's an artist. He got plenty of slaps.
Okay, gotcha. It wasn't the actual track you wanted.
I mean, shit, it might be the actual track. Shit,
yeah, it don't matter. We'll run it back.
I might come back to that one.
Shout out to him.
Hey, man, he said, dummy. I ain't never felt so stupid before. Hey, man, shout out to E, man. Shit, after we get off air, I'm swinging on this nigga and running. Y'all really don't know, though. This nigga is a bear. Like, running really don't do no good. This nigga fast as hell. Like, hey.
They don't want to know my... Listen, if I start, they going to be like, oh, these niggas, they going to put a bunch of blue caps in my comments. I'm like, bro. Ask me what my fastest hand 40 time was.
What's your 40? What's your 40?
It was 4.33. And the only reason I really remember is because Reggie Bush ran it that year. He was going on his pro day, but he was pissed off. I was happy. He thought he knew he was faster than that. I said, damn, I ran the same as Reggie Bush. But then, injury bug. And I know y'all don't believe me, but if y'all want to test me out here, we can race. Don't get it twisted. I may be fat, but we can race, bro. Like, that's nothing to me.
Yeah.
I might me in July.
He said catch me in July.
Don't catch me in July. I'm going to be, bro. Catch me in March and see what happened.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy Trev, man. I'm gonna be entering that training camp with him and starting January plus unboxing, bro. Like, stop playing. I'm gonna literally be 25, 30 pounds lighter than I am now.
Mr. Put your butt in your gut.
That's what he call himself now.
Put your gut in the butt.
Put your gut in the butt. I don't really want to put nothing in my butt. But it'd be a whole lot of ladies putting some shit in their butt. And I be there.
Yes.
I just be working out, though. Shout out to my wife. I just be working out.
Shout out to all the women getting themselves together.
Man.
Leveling up on their baby daddy. About to make them mad this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to all the girls that pay their rent on time.
Shout out.
He said shout out to adults.
Hey, I'm about to say shout out to the sugar daddies. That's the ones making sure it's paid. And little tip sugar daddies, they got to the fifth. You ain't got to rush to the first.
Damn,
you ain't got to rush to the first.
But man, I guess you ready?
Man, I'm ready.
Let's hop in this, man.
Okay.
So y'all heard the intro. Welcome to the Streets A&R Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, the creator of this, and we'll get to how that became about. But then we're going to call this episode 1 kinda. 1.5.
Yes, I.
And there's a backstory to that. The quick backstory is we did episode 1, but we did not do everything we needed to do to check everything, all the equipment. And so the real episode 1, we do have the video and the recording. So as we grow, we might sell that on a special site. And we might do a little NFT or something.
Yes, sir.
So so y'all make us popular, and we might get that to y'all. Somebody gonna get our actual original episode 1, but this is gonna be 1 kinda. I don't even want to put 1.5, one ish. So we appreciate y'all for joining us. I'm your host. My name is getEJIKEwithit. Nah. Hey, another thing we do have to do is we got to make sure we all got our drops, like our actual drops, so we can play our drops. And I have some, but I need them cut up. Can you? My guy, the God, young guy, can you, if I send you an audio track, can you cut it up? And because I got a track that has a bunch of drops on it for me, and I've never got them chopped off of that one whole track. It's like 3 minutes long. She did a bunch of chops for me. Shout out to Tay Ty, the poet, phenomenal poet. She did it. She got the most blessed voice. I just need her to read to me at night. It's a blessed voice.
A blessed voice.
Blessed voice.
Blessed.
But she definitely laced me with some heat a little while ago. But we going to get those drops. But I'm getEJIKEwithit. My name is E-Jicky, and we just took it from the Will Smith, the getEJIKEwithit, and I've put my name in there, and we got getEJIKEwithit. And yes, I do want Will Smith to give me the actual drop to my DJ name.
We're going to keep saying that, too.
Every show.
Every show.
Will Smith, what's up?
What it do? Shout out to Will.
Don't let her hurt you too bad, bro. We with you.
Man, don't do Will like that, man. Hey, Will, I think your birthday the 25th. Ain't it the 25th, Will?
This month?
September, man. I think he is September 25th, bro. I'm going to have to look into that. But if you is, we Libra twins, Will, so don't let her do you like that. I know we be thinking we could change these people, but we got to let her be. But I'm your other host, man, Jonny Knogood. Those who know me, and those who don't. And that's a lot of y'all. So let me tell you who I am, man. Been doing music since I was 7. I ain't too good. I ain't no good, but I ain't the best. You know how it go. Been doing this stuff, man, for a long minute. But the music, man, the music, man. That's why we here, Streets A&R Podcast.
Yes, sir. And don't let him fool you. Like this man got stuff coming into fruition from a while ago, from a tape he handed me. I got a picture of us that day. I got your mixtape, that zip tape too. I got a picture of you at the center.
Man, I had that up on the Instagram too. I remember that day
because you posted everybody who copped the tape, and so you know what I'm saying, reciprocated that love back. But man, still going. Man, it's still on.
You know what it is, man. But
yeah,
yes, sir, man, for sure.
But yeah, so we gonna get started. We're going to get started today. Just real quick, I think the first thing we want to do before, we are live from Omaha, Nebraska. Some people call it Nebraska. But we from Omaha. We have a very, very, very famous ambassador, representative, and ass whooper out of Omaha, Nebraska. That just did his thug thizzle and put his homie in retirement. That was his homie. Man, I'm talking about Terrence Bud Crawford.
Man, shout out to Bud.
Man, give Bud a round of applause, man. Fine, I think it's one. It's on the screen. Give him an applause, not the horn. Give him an applause, man. Terrence Bud Crawford.
He started showing off the warning signs. Hey, y'all do got to be on guard when Bud comes through. Right. You might get chin checked. But yeah, man, shout out to Bud, man. Phenomenal boxer, bro, who been representing for the city, bro, and just putting on. Actually brought boxing back. Like, boxing was dead, bro. Everybody was watching UFC. Yep. Shout out to Bud, man, for keeping boxing alive.
Yeah, man, just bringing fights to the city to the point where wherever he go, half of the city goes. We were deep in Vegas.
I don't know about y'all, but it sounded like he was in Omaha. Like, how did Sean Porter get booed in his own backyard? Like, that's crazy to me.
No, his daddy got booed, if we being correct, because he said some wild shit. Shout out to Sean Porter, though, man. That man is a fighter, bro. He still, I don't know if he'll make the Hall of Fame, but he's going to go down as the one that fought everybody in his division. Didn't duck nobody, and could have. We can say some of the losses he should have won.
Right.
It depending on who was scoring. So, shout out to Sean Porter for real. Man. But, man, Bud, that dude, man, he got that it. And, I go, shout out to his gym, man. Shout out to Bomac, Red, and Saul, man, his trainers. He got a three-headed monster training team, bro. And you'll never see that. Three-headed monster training team. And I be at the gym, bro. Been there for a year. And he just had a fight. He was there Monday and Tuesday this week.
At
the gym last week, excuse me. At the gym, right after the fight, back at the gym working.
And that's why, that's the difference between championship, those who stay ready and those who got to get ready, man. And shout out to Bud, man. I think he said something about it on ESPN about the only person who could beat Bud Crawford is Bud Crawford. And, I do a lot of studying of the boxing. I done watched a lot of greats. I come from a family people who love to watch boxing. Watching is different than participating. But when I see Bud Crawford, man, I swear to God, greatness, bro. defense. I ain't seen a finisher and a closer like Bud in a long, long time. Mm-hmm. When I talk about people from the welterweight, when I talk about boxers, I'm talking about the Hitman Hearns. I'm talking about the Marvin Haglers. I'm talking about the Parnell Whitakers. I'm talking about the Julian Jacksons. I'm talking about those type of people. And Bud is one of the best closers I didn't ever see participate in the sport of boxing. So shout out to Bud Crawford, man.
Yes, sir. And this is not a boxing podcast. We love boxing, and two, that is our guy, man. Like, he homies with the homies for real. Like, he from here. He ain't hard to find, bro. He was there today. He gonna be there. That's his gym. Him and Bomac. You know what I'm saying? So, one of the more personable people, and great father. Little sons is whooping ass in wrestling. Craziness.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Keeping it straight. But shout out Bud, man. We y'all know who we want next. And if it ain't Spence, it's going to be Ugas. We getting all the belts before we get up out of here. Stop playing.
Belts.
All the belts.
All the belts.
We ain't playing. We going to be a 2-division unified champion. We not playing 3-division champion, 2-division unified. Them the last two. Pac-Man don't do that. Pac-Man trying to be president right now. So y'all know what time it is. Yeah.
And after that you guys fight, he might need to go be president.
Man. Let's say that for that after our show, the breakdown of an ass whooping. A nigga that did not move and stood right in front of you and let you hit him.
Man.
It was cold. But yeah, man. But yeah, so just starting out, I know we need to tell everybody again what it is why we here and what we doing here.
Okay.
And what qualifies us to be here.
Maybe for real this time for me.
Yeah, I guess. Or for fake. I don't know. But this is Streets A&R Podcast, how that came about. I'm a DJ, and I'm going to intertwine all this into one, how I started and everything. I'm a DJ. Became a DJ. First influence was my dad, bringing music in the house. My dad's Nigerian. My mom's Black American from Tyler, Texas. My dad would play music all the time. He would play not only his traditional Nigerian music, but he, in Texas, was the mixtape capital, bringing in bootleg CDs, mixtapes, all from everywhere, bro. So if you from Texas, you know about the real tapes that we had. We even had screwed R&B. And all kind of stuff, just screw tapes and everything. So he would bring those in from the barbershops, all that kind of stuff, and I would just take them. He can bring some. We got stuff that ain't even hit the radio yet, because the DJs would bootleg them. The DJs would cut them, bootleg them. So I would take those. Fast forward from my dad going into college, bro, just playing music even before I went to school, and I went to junior college for a year and a half in Texas. Then I went to Ohio University. Shout out to the Bobcats. Before every party, bro, I would put on some. Hey man, play something we ain't got, something we ain't heard. So being from Texas, we in Ohio, play music. One of my favorite songs, Big Tuck, Not a Stain on Me, would have had that banging, right? The DJs out there like, what is that? I'm like, I tell them what it is. About a year later, they start playing it. About 2 years later, I heard it on the radio up there. I said, I think that was me. But they ain't gonna give me my credit. They don't know how to trace that back. But then even going to like grad school, I would find myself in situations where I'd be in control of the aux cord at the house party, especially with my frat brothers. Shout out to Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. My boys down there, especially at Georgia Southern, man, Pyro chapter, them the homies, boy.
Hey, y'all see the way he's scratching his chest on that camera? That's how you know it was good days. He start thinking about
what it was good days. I was hanging with the Zetas more than the Sigmas, but was out there at Georgia Southern. But I went to Armstrong Atlantic State University, and I would kick it with my boys at Savannah State. Then with my guys, man. But we'd be down. I'd be on the aux cord at the house party. So I'm like, I kind of like this. Fast forward, I get to Omaha. For some reason, I get my first laptop. I done went to grad school, get my first laptop. And I'm like, man, I think I want to DJ. So I bought me a little Newmark Newmark, what was that thing? Mix Pro 2, I think. A little controller. I'm trying. I start talking to this young lady who became my wife. And she was like, hey, I used to intern for this DJ. He teaching a class for kids. You should go. I was like, all right, I'm going to go. So I go. And I heard with these little 9-year-olds. I'm like, what's up? I'm in the class with them. He's like, you know what? Since your lady got me this gig that got him really paid at this arts institution, he let me take his course for free. So I was a 6-week course. Every week I had different challenges and different things and homework to do to get better at my craft. And then at the end, I had to either throw my own party or I had to join one of his gigs. Now, me being smart, I'm like, I'm not joining one of your gigs and mess up your shit because I'm probably going to mess it up. I mean, I'm just starting. So I'm like, let me throw my own thing so everybody knows my first introduction for real. So people was cool. And yeah, man, that's literally how I got started DJing. And since then, I've upgraded equipment many times. And I can't tell you how fast the technology has been in DJing. And yeah, man, just... It's been a wild roller coaster, bro. And the things I've been able to do, the events I've been able to put on, the people I've been able to DJ for so far, just so far.
Man, shout out to DJ Mr. Soul. Who's some of the names of the people that you've been able to DJ for, bro?
We got a lot of local cats. So, and we was gonna get to this, but I done DJ for my guy Sky Ree. Shout out Sky, man.
Shout out to Sky Ree. His birthday just passed the other day too.
Yadda man.
Shout out to Yadda man.
SR.
Shout out to Young SR.
Man, what's them little cats' name? Oh, they Wild Bunch. But shout out to Coro. I done did Coro.
Man, shout out to Coro Corleone, man.
Buddy the God.
Buddy the God down there in the ATL.
Yep. Marcy Yates.
Man, shout out to Yates in the Culture House, man.
Yep. And then I got my Moolah B. He go by DJ 43 now.
Yes, sir.
I got my guy Dante Higgins, man. That's my guy. Dante out of Houston, Texas, man.
Man, shout out Dante Higgins, man. But you just gonna breeze past my guy Mola B, man. Shout out to Mola B. That boy be fresh.
Man.
I don't know if y'all ever had a chance, man. Go find that man on his social medias and stuff, man. That man be fresh. He keep a fresh pair of kicks on, bro.
Right, every time. He be ready. He step out for our events too, boy.
Every time.
And then, moving up the scale just with my events from Dante. And this past year, I just had Mickey Fax out of the Bronx, man. Mickey Fax, DJ for him. He came up and showed love for the sneaker soiree event.
Y'all see how I did that? Y'all see how I plugged them shoes? I was talking about shoes.
Oh yeah, we was going up. It's going to where it's going. So, and we only, it's only up from here, you know what I'm saying? DJ for Light Pole, Ty Lynn, they were both in that show, man. Talent. We gonna talk about them in a minute.
Man, for sure.
But yeah, it's a venture that's been pretty fruitful as far as exposure and learning the business, understanding where the gaps are in the market. It's gaps in the market, blood.
How did you get that experience as far as like booking shows and stuff like that in the business side of music, man? How did you get that experience?
So one, you have to just learn how to put yourself out there and not be afraid to do a gig. Okay. And be like, you got to kind of learn on the go, on the fly. So you practice, but you got to like tell your homies like, yeah, I'm DJing now, so let me do something small. You got to understand your capabilities and your market reach where you can really do what you do so you can test out what you need to test out. So please don't go for the arena and you just started and you ain't that good. 'Cause you're going to ruin your name. Nobody will book you again. Do your fuck up small, bro. Do them at the little level. So I went from there, and then also I did something extremely smart. I decided to work for a concert venue. And shout out to the Slowdown. I worked for them for 2.5 years, like working. And then I still do spot gigs here and there. Okay. And with that experience, I got to see the insides of how these people are doing some of their booking, what kind of shows they booking, how they run their front doors, how they run their security, how they run their tickets, how they run shows, how the order goes, how you have to be on time. If you want to be professional, you be on time. And if you're not on time, that's just cutting into your performance time. They don't care. They have a strict timeline, like those type of things. And being able to work there and being a real worker, a hard worker, like really doing my job there, they let me get gigs there. They have one of the biggest parties for 2 weeks up at the College World Series. I get a day where I get to DJ. And right now, I get to DJ the whole day, the whole night. I get a night.
That's big, though.
Yes, sir. They have a New Year's Eve they used, not this year, but in the past they've had literally probably one of the largest New Year's Eve parties. I get a set on New Year's Eve. Give me a good hour. Give me a whole lot more money than the hours were.
And this is one of the nicer venues, man.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to the Slowdown. I remember when Kevin Gates came there a couple years ago and stuff like that, man. But shout out to the Slowdown, man.
Yep. So you got to understand where you can take advantage of a situation but you got to be able to put the work in. Like, you understand, like, working at a venue ain't pretty. That's grunt work, bro. I was cleaning up the throw up from the people, from the beers, breaking up fights, kicking people out, doing wristbands, collecting tickets, cleaning up, doing the grunt work of a venue, but doing it with a good spirit and being good to the people you work with, bro. I'm good anytime I go there. I don't got to pay to go in there for whatever show. I don't got to, any show they need me on to still work with them, I work with them. Like, it's a good experience. Like, I think we're in a time where people are afraid to do some real work and think they deserve the compensation of the CEO without ever doing the work of the ground floor. And you got to learn how stuff operates. Y'all ain't never watched Undercover Boss? You got to learn how they operate. See what's really going on, and being able to put in that work. Like, bro, I come from the era of unpaid internships. You get what I'm saying? You got to earn your keep. It's about building your skill and then building your name before you get paid. What I'm paying you for, I don't know you. I don't know what you can do. Where your resume? You can't show me nothing. People want to get paid without never showing no work. That don't make sense. Stop it.
No, I think that's something that you highlighted right there. That's big though, man. But you put in the work. You started at the ground, man, and you built yourself up. You went from cleaning up, throw up, slapping wristbands on people, escorting people out, to putting together shows, contacting celebrities yourself, and paying contracts, man. I think that's huge right there, man.
And doing business the right way, and not being afraid to lose a little money. There's a term in business called a loss leader. And what a loss leader is basically you're making a move now that's gonna cost more than what you're gonna reap now for the benefit of what is gonna bring you in the future. I understand that concept. I understand that me doing good business with my boy Dante is going to be good. I understand that me doing business with a man I never met before, was a fan of Mickey Fax, is going to pay out in the end. I understand that me doing good business with the local people, with Ty Lynn and Lightpole, and I asked them how much for this 20-minute set. They tell me, I say, all right, we good. And I give them their money. There's not, you sign a contract, we good. I pay your band members. It ain't even about what I'm going to get. I got to make sure y'all good, because then y'all's reach is going to help me reap the benefits. It's a growing thing. I'm in a growing phase with this. By no means am I anywhere close to where I need to be, talent-wise and also just exposure-wise. But we getting there. We working. So that's a cheat code. That ain't even the cheat. The cheat code is to not cheat. It's to not cheat the process. That's the cheat code.
I think you hitting on something right there, man, about finding the win-win situation. And oftentimes the win-win leads to the win-win-win situation where it's just a win all the way around. And I think that's a part of doing big, not only just good business, but big business too. Fruitful business, man. So yeah, shout out to E, man, for dropping that knowledge, man, about loss leaders.
Yes, sir. But tell them a little bit more about you, Jonny.
Oh, man.
A little bit more.
Oh, man. Y'all see the voice change up just that quick. Oh, man. Man, Jonny Knogood, bro. Like I said, I've been doing music since I was 7 years old, man. Shout out to my cousin, Boss Man, Untamed Music, man. Started off as NRP. Music is something that's always, always, always been a part of me, man. My mom was a G. My mom popped my dad when I was growing up, man. So I didn't grow up in a normal childhood. My mom was playing Tupac. She was playing Top Authority. She was playing Too Short. You know, every once in a while, she'd throw in them old school songs and stuff too. You know, be playing stuff like I'm Your Puppet. But my mom was a gangster, bro. She wasn't going for that, man. So music is something that's kind of always been intricate and near and dear to me. I really started getting serious with the music, man, with my cousin in Untamed Music about 2007. Shout out to my boy Lightpole, man. Since 15, bro. Ever since then, the rest been history.
Okay, man. But you also do not just rapping, but you do this little thing that don't require a beat. Even though rap stands for rhythm and poetry.
Yes, sir.
You also are a poet, a renowned Nebraska poet and teacher. How did you get into that realm? What led you to poetry, and then what's kind of made you tick as far as wanting to teach?
Man, it's interesting, man. You know, when it comes to stuff like poetry, a lot of times our first introduction is people like Shakespeare, Walt Whitman, Mark Twain, people like that. But when I found poetry, bro, and I found the spoken word, bro, that changed my life. Like you said, rap stands for rhythm and poetry. And figuring out that poetry and motion or flowetry was just a part of music, man. I think that was transformative. I had a situation that happened, and maybe we'll get into that at a different time for a different story, a different podcast. But I had a young lady speak prophecy on my life. And from that moment, I kind of found myself understanding the power of the spoken word. You know, they say in the Bible that the power of life and death is in the tongue. And it's one of those things that when we truly understand the power that we can breathe with our tongue and the power we breathe with our thoughts, we become a little bit more conscientious of the thoughts and energies that we putting out here into this universe, or we should. And so poetry has been one of those mediums and modes that allow me to express myself, man. So shout out to my mentor, Michelle Troxclair. She just moved over to Ghana. And shout out to Felicia Webster. They had an event in a place that was called the House of Loom. And if you never had a chance to be at the House of Loom, let me tell you a little bit about the House of Loom.
Out, bro.
Oh, my God, bro. So when we talk about Omaha being like one of those hidden jewels and one of those places that has historically held talent, I mean, this is the place where 24th Street was historic. You had people like Louis Armstrong and them travel to 24th Street at the Dreamland Ball to come play here. So it's like Omaha has always been a treasure. But they had the House of Loom going on, and the vibe of the House of Loom is something that I can't even magnify with words.
You know what I like to call the House of Loom?
What you call
the
it?
Place for the others. Every type of other individual had a night, had an event.
Yeah.
We're talking the goth.
Yeah.
We're talking the LGBTQ plus community.
Yeah.
We're talking the rock community.
Yeah.
We're talking the arts community.
Art community.
Every place where you are an other, they had you covered. They had like deep underground hip hop night. They had every
beat battles. Shout out to Katie Rain with the beat battles and stuff, man.
Yeah, so the House of Loom was a place where the dwellers dwell.
Yeah.
To get away from mainstream. It was the push against mainstream where the real folks lay. Where you can express yourself the right way. The right way is the way that you truly feel. And that's what that place was, man. Shout out to Brent, man. Brent Crampton, man.
Magical.
Bring it back, man. Stop playing, Brent.
Man, so yeah, it was just magical. And you would have had to been there, man. You know, they do the birthday segment with the beatbox by Felicia. You had EDH out there on the photography. My guy Dojo on the wings, man. So just shout out to the House of Loom, man. That was a place that really allowed me to cultivate my love for poetry.
Yes, sir. All right, man. We appreciate it. And behind the boards, we want a quick introduction so the fans know who you are. Let us know who y'all are and what you do.
Mic check. We good. How y'all doing, man? My name is Miguel. I go by the stage name Montreal. And I'm a multi-instrumentalist.
Okay.
What instruments you play, man? Stop playing.
I play the trombone. That's my main instrument. Also play the piano. Dabble with the trumpet. I'm probably start playing the trumpet a little more. But main instruments are trombone, piano, drums, guitar.
Annie on these beat pads.
And on the beat pads.
And the MPC.
Annie rap.
Man.
Don't he be playing? No, we gonna let him slide today.
We're gonna let him slide. they gonna get to know who Mr. International is. That's what I call him. See, I got my own nicknames for everybody. See, we call him Mr. Montreal, but that's Mr. International. But he ain't never been in Canada. We gonna change that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, I'm from Omaha, Nebraska, North Omaha, you know. And yeah, I've been playing the piano since that was my first instrument. I started playing the piano when I was 5. And it's been up since there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for tuning in for the Streets A&R Podcast.
Podcast. Man, who else we got over there, man? We got somebody over there shining and beaming, man. Who is that over there, man?
What's good? It's the other one. They call me Young God.
Young God. The young
God. That's the young God right there.
Young God right there.
That's D1.
Hey, we missing D1 right now.
That's the young God right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we got to we clipping that
D1
when we
music.
That's the young God.
All right, so my first introduction to music was being taught how to play the violin. And then later, I transmuted my love for music into producing and audio engineering. And now I do a whole bunch of other things too, such as videography, photography, graphic design. I'm going to get into clothing too. Like, I got a mind for that type of things.
We're going to make sure you expand that and you do everything you need to do and want to do.
Yes, sir.
That's the whole point of this.
I will.
Yes, sir.
And we got one member missing right now. We got our brother D1 Music. He's not here with us today. But for me, he is the oracle. That's the best way I can put it for him. And when he comes back, you're gonna see why we call him the oracle. Why I call him the oracle.
Yes, sir.
And man, when we drop this little clip, we ought to put the clip of y'all on the beat pass and him getting it in.
Man, just going
crazy.
So
and just his whole demeanor and life story and understanding where his mind is and why it's there. And it's a tragic love story. It's the only way you can find it. It's kind of like in the what's the name of that movie, man? Oh my God.
Not Romeo and Juliet.
No, not that
West
type of
Side
love
Story?
We Split. I'm going a whole nother direction.
Okay.
So in the movie Split, y'all seen Split?
Yep.
You seen it. So remember at the end of Split, close to the end, when he was coming after the main girl, when he was the what they call it, the
23?
monster, when he was the beast, the beast, and he saw her scars, and he said, "Rejoice." He said, "You know pain, and because you know pain, you can actually express basic gratitude and love." And that's what I think of D1. Because of that, we know that everything he's about is true love and gratitude, and he puts that out in the world. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to D1, man. He's also going to do a lot of our back-end production, man. This man do everything. That's why I call him the Oracle. He knows and does everything. Stuff we don't know. We got our guys in the background, but they're asking questions. Hey, how you do D? How you do this? Bet. Boom. It's done.
Yes, sir.
He show them how to do it, and he learning from them at the same time. So it's a beautiful thing we got going on. So, yeah, that's who we are, man. So I hope y'all are enjoying this so far. We just getting started though. We just getting started. But right now, I do want to touch on a little topic we saw in the news last night and the day before. We want to give a rest in peace to the brother Virgil Abloh.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Virgil. If you didn't know who he was, Virgil was kind of a trailblazer in the fashion industry, primarily. I'm just going to say primarily because he was doing some other things too. If you didn't catch Lupe's last project, that was also in collaboration with Virgil Abloh House. You understand?
I didn't even know that one.
Yep. So, but Virgil was one of the main or the creative director for Louis Vuitton, I believe.
Yes.
Also the creator and director of Off-White.
Yes.
If you don't know Off-White, go ahead and go to Vegas on the Strip to the designer mall, and you will see the Off-White store. It's there. He did that. Black man doing that. And he's just another one of those individuals in the likes of Dapper Dan who trailblazed our fashion industry, bro, who push us forward and are able to do so without compromising themselves.
Man, did a lot of stuff, man. Collaborations with Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, collaborations and produced furniture with IKEA. So, I mean, like when you talk about black excellence, that was black excellence, man. So I wasn't a person who was able to follow his path and his story while he was alive and breathing, but best believe I'm going to follow his story now. He didn't transcend it. And it's sometimes it's sad that people have to transcend for us to truly value what it is that they bring to the table. But I took this man's greatness for granted. And I think that if we know anybody out there who's great, who's talented, we got to find avenues and platforms like this to uplift and shine a light on those type of individuals. So shout out to the brother Virgil for being a light and a trailblazer in an industry that has historically shunned out black people and black men. So shout out, brother.
Yes, sir. Rest in peace, man. Rest in power.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got anything in back there to add to my brother Virgil?
Oh man, yeah. Shoot, Virgil. You know, I'm a Kanye fan and stuff like that. That's probably one of my favorite artists. But yeah, R.I.P. I actually thought I was gonna say something. Never mind. It's just R.I.P.
Man.
You know, a beautiful soul. You know, black excellence.
I got something real quick. This is off of Lupe's album. This is featuring Virgil. Man, rest in peace, Virgil, man.
Mm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lot of deaths, so we gonna get to. But it's you know, death is the start of creation, so it's only the beginning.
It is.
So we keep them alive. They say you die twice. Once when your flesh dies, and the second when people stop calling your name. So our job is not let these people die twice too early. So we keep them alive. But yeah, let's we gonna switch gears 100%.
Hey, changing up the
It
mood.
ain't even just bad. It's just great, bro.
Yeah.
Great.
Man,
He worked on the album. He was on the album, bro.
man.
We only know him he was doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna switch gears and we gonna
Wasn't Virgil a DJ too? I know when Drake was doing his Scorpion rollout, I know he was doing a lot of Drake shows and stuff like that.
The young God, you said yeah? The young God said yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hey, listen,
Okay.
we are all multidimensional. Just because we know you about one thing don't mean you ain't great in another. And you got to explore all of them. I'm telling you. So Virgil was doing this. And maybe, you know, if you didn't know, he died from cancer. He's known about it for years. So maybe it was just that he knew his time was limited. He knew he had a finite amount of time. So he's like, instead of sulking, he said, how can I live? Let's figure this out. I'm going to explore everything. And that's for us, bro. That's look, watching him, knowing that is like, and knowing what he did in a short time, he was only 41, bro. He said, I'm going to figure out what I can do today. Almost like the character on Mad TV. Look what I could do. But he did it. He didn't just jump up and down. He made it happen, bro. So, man.
Nah, that's very powerful and profound, man. And I mean, you know, it remind me of my aunt who transcended on Christmas of last year. It's something about knowing the time and the number of your days where it gives certain people permission to live. And to not live scared or not to live in a scarcity mindset, but to live abundantly. And my auntie had found out that she had terminal cancer in July. They gave her 6 months. She transcended on Christmas. But in the middle of that 5 months of the time before she transcended, up to the day she was on her bed, she was concerned and worried about other people. Like, this was a lady who had lived a hard life. But one of the things that her death had gave me was permission to live, because this one thing is that we don't never die. And the thing is, whatever she saw, because her son was actually there in those last moments with her as she transcended. And he described her face as being one that was in uncomfort, being in pain. But as she transcended, she left with a smile on her face. So whatever it is that awaits us after this, whatever it is that exists after this, whatever the continuous is after this, I know that it's something better that exists for the people we love. So I'm definitely not holding on to anything like that. We are on borrowed time. We don't know when our time is coming, so we have to make the most and do what's on our heart, man. Literally, the word impeccable means to be without sin. And we cast sin on ourselves every time we deny who we're supposed to really be. So just keep that in mind.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As our elders say, Ashe.
Ashe.
Yes, sir. Man, let's get to some Streets A&R type shit.
Okay, I think that's what the people.
Yeah.
Ain't that what the people
People
logged on for anyway? Hey man, see, we didn't start going all deep. Ain't that what the people wanted anyway?
I don't know what the hell they want. This is what they're going to get, though, because that's what we here for as well. But, we can't miss over the people who are influential and trailblazers in our culture, bro.
Yes, sir.
We wouldn't have a Streets A&R without, you know what I'm saying? And a Streets A&R is an A&R is the person that's artist and repertoire. That's what that is in industry standards. Person who goes and finds the talent and cultivate it. These people were talent and they cultivated themselves. They may have A&R themselves, or somebody may have found them. Just because they weren't directly in music don't mean it's the same process. Put them on. So we give reverence to them too. But we here, like I said, Streets A&R. There is a gap in the music industry, bro, right now. And that gap kind of really became as the internet came about. What the internet did was allow people a lot more access to be able to venture out on their own, put their own thing out, and make the money their own ways. What that did in turn was kind of hurt the music companies' ability to try to draw people in and say, well, we can give you the spotlight, we can give you this, when they can go and get it themselves on some of the platforms that have blown people up, all the way back from MySpace to SoundCloud to now you can go straight to streaming with Apple, Spotify, everybody, Bandcamp, you can go straight in. So there's a little bit of a gap and a little bit of confusion. How does somebody, this is the question, how does somebody find the talented people and how do the talented people get put on? And by put on means to not just get an industry deal. It means to get your shine, get your just due, and get your plays still on the radio. Just because we switched to internet radio and XM, it's still radio. Somebody has to play you. Now, go ahead. You finna ask something.
I thought you asked a question.
Go ahead. Yes.
Okay, yeah, we got answers for sure. One of those ways that y'all people can definitely help give those artists some exposure. We're gonna plug shamelessly Streets A&R. Tag us, Streets A&R Podcast. Y'all got some new artists that's hot. Y'all got people who deserve to get the spotlight. Send them over to us. But it's about creating those platforms and then highlighting platforms that's already where these artists exist. Share those artists. If you the friend of those artists, promotion is free. Just share their stuff, like their stuff, subscribe to their channels. Like, support the people who actually do this for the music, for the culture, for the cause. Like, those type of people, we got to amplify them. And if they not accepting money, because a lot of the times there's a blockage with those type of artists, because I'm one of those type of artists, force that money in their pocket, man. Get their Cash App and send them $5, man. We got to literally highlight those artists, but we also got to stop tuning in to stuff like the radio, or allowing the perception of the radio to make us think what's popular. A lot of times, just because things are getting played a lot don't make it popular music. It's actually a pay system that goes on there. So we could definitely talk about that. And shout out to Paul Porter. Shout out to the book Blackout too. But we could definitely start talking about how some of these things is manufactured. But I think it's about highlighting the artists who actually are out here creating and doing things. And I think that that's something that we're going to be doing on this platform. I know that's something we're going to be doing in a later segment here coming up.
Yep. So, yeah, part rhetorical, but part real question. And this is going to get back to the DJs. I remember, shout out, and let me say something real quick. Shout out to the people who do plug the artists. So we have some big timers who still are looking for that talent. Shout out to Ebro. Ebro worked with Apple Music directly. He plays music, not the radio stuff. He goes and finds, and people send him stuff, and he will sift through it and he'll play it. Ebro is doing his job, bro. You got to give that man credit.
Shout out to Ebro in the morning.
Yes, sir. Shout out to us, a group called Solection. I love Solection. Solection plays a eclectic type of music, I like to call it. From their selection, they are a conglomerate of DJs, producers. They are now at the point where they have their own radio station. They tour and do shows, have their different producers and DJs do shows in different cities. And they put on kind of the dope music that does not get played on the radio. If you notice, radio has a lot of very distinct sounds. And if it don't fit radio etiquette, there's a few that break through from time to time, but it has to fit a certain mold to be on the radio at that particular time in music, whatever that sound is. So yeah, it's part pacism, but also part, if it don't fit the mold of radio, they might not play it. Those guys and gals over there at Selection do that. I personally don't listen to them because I feel like I'm in competition with them. You know, I'm a little guy, but I love what they do. I know what they do. Right. And we end up playing a lot of the songs. My wife listens to them. She be like, "Oh yeah, I heard that on Selection." I'm like, "Good, I'm on the right direction." That, you know, they kind of my barometer. I'm like, am I getting the good? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I like to find my own stuff too. You know what I'm saying? I'm a digital crate digger, so I go and find the records and the people.
Man, what's a crate digger, man? You know, we was just talking about the changing in music, the scenes, the time and stuff like that, man. You talking to a whole different generation, man. What's a crate digger?
So a crate digger, man. I wish I had my record. Well, I got a stack of records on my left side right here. A crate digger. So it's when you would go, you and your other producer, DJ friends would go to a record store. Record store got thousands and thousands of records. Your job is to find not only some dope shit, but something that they don't got, the other DJ and producers don't got. You looking for some gold. You're digging for gold. So you're going through the actual crates of the different sections, genres, and in hip hop, you got to remember, hip hop is a mesh of everything, bro. We take hip hop is just slang for hip. It means actual movement, dance. Hip means cool. In tune. Remember the old 70s slang? Oh, that's hip. Cool. That's what's in. Hop refers to the dance or the movement. And what happened is original hip hop, they would just take the break beats in songs, because the break beats in a song is where the drum break will come in, boom, get funky real quick. It could be a slow song, but some reason all the slow songs had a funky drum.
The breaks go crazy.
So the DJs ended up, shout out to the Three Kings. We ain't gotta have y'all gotta go do your research on who these people are. Three Kings figured out, well, if we take this break beat, especially Kool Herc, through the first hip hop party, you play the break beat on one turntable. Same record, play the break beat on the next one. Go back on this other record, play the break beat, and go back and forth. Now you got this long song or the funky part of a song that got everybody dancing. That's what you was looking for as a DJ. And if you were a producer, what you're looking for was some stuff that you, especially in the 80s and the early 90s, looking for records that were not of your genre to make them your genre. Finding something sound that's like, man, if I added some drums to this, it's going to go hard. And that's what they would do. They would dig in all these crates and for hours and listen to music, buy the stuff that they know they can sample. And go and flip it and make some beautiful. Nearly all of hip hop is a sample. All the songs you love is an older song from the 50s, 60s, and especially the 70s.
Man, I mean, it's crazy though. Like I feel old to a degree because I didn't started seeing music recycled from the 90s and the 2000s. Like I'm hearing songs now that I was in high school.
They overdoing it. That shit, most of that trash. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, y'all didn't even try. Y'all literally just added some more thump to the bass.
Or sped it up a little bit.
Yeah, like, man, y'all put 3 tempo points on this hoe. It was bad. But it's whatever. That's what time, if that's the microwave we in right now. Everybody's doing that now. So redoing the old R&B and stuff. But yeah, man, we are trying to bring light to those artists.
Not trying, we doing.
bringing light to those people. And we're going to start today. Because I asked the fellas, I said, hey, before the end of the year, because we got to do an end of the year album type of thing. Yeah, of course, everybody does. But my album list is going to be mad wild. My top albums of the year are mad wild. But they all dope, and they going to be better than any other platform's albums. They all going to be commercial. Mine not. We Streets A&R. We got to put the real stuff on.
The real stuff.
But I was like, hey, man, what's 3 artists y'all really feel like supposed to blow up, get busy? They getting busy. They feel a little disrespected. They need some shine. I said, what's 3? And my guy Johnny's like, you talking about from Omaha? Or I said, not necessarily. I said, I want to do something separate for Omaha. I want 3, not Omaha, national, international, whoever you feel really in this next year. They have A+ talent, A-list talent. They just may not have that platform or whatever have you, but people need to know about them. And I'm basing this criteria off of their work ethic, their ability to, if you've seen them perform, to perform, the way they make the music, the individuality in their music. Do I know somebody that sound like you? And if I don't, you're going to be on this list. And is the music just good? This ain't got to be the most quote-unquote conscious, but I ain't looking for all that. Are you dope? Are you really dope? And I got 3, and I got some strictly from Omaha, too, that we want to highlight.
Okay.
But I'm going to ask my folks in the back, do y'all have some artists that y'all want to put on, or y'all feel need to shine or going to blow up next year or should blow up? And if you don't, it's cool.
We have none.
You have none?
None.
No, sir.
Not right.
Oh, wait, maybe.
Maybe one. All right.
I got one.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and shout out my boy Young Nudie.
Young Nudie. I knew he was gonna say Young Nudie.
Yeah. I ain't gonna say he feel disrespected or anything like that. He might, but I definitely think, these past, and especially throughout the pandemic, I feel like he's been developing his sound. And I just feel like a lot of people start like, I'm hearing coworkers, talk, man, y'all heard that Young Nudie? It's a new artist I heard about. I'm like, man, come on, man. Come on. I don't, say that, but oh yeah, I know Young Nudie. So I feel like he probably definitely about to have, some spotlight.
Okay.
I feel like he hungry for it. That's another reason I rock with him. When I hear his music, I hear that hunger. You know what I mean? I don't hear that hunger with a lot of people. So I ain't got 3, man, but I got Young Nudie.
Got a hard one. Hey,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
I feel that.
So I think I'm gonna start because I want you to start on the Omaha list, but I'm gonna start. We're gonna go national first. We're gonna end with Omaha.
Okay.
So this is not in order. This is not 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. These are just 3 people that I really feel talent is off the chain, bro. I'm gonna start with my guy Fontane. Fontane out of Jersey. Let me play a little something real quick.
Okay.
Man.
Fear Montaigne.
Fontane.
Fontane. See, I missed his whole name up.
He
He was flipping the beat so hard, I flipped everything the wrong way. Yeah, that brother spitting. He said, "Get Cole on the line."
Stop playing with my guy,
man.
He got some. Man, he ain't gonna lie. This is like his boom bap, soul chop. He got some hard hitting.
Hey, when he said something about chick got the BBL, she on her stomach for weeks. I said, oh yeah, this dude is nice. yeah, he did.
You just put me on, man.
Yes, sir. That's what we here to do. So shout out Fontane, man, and he's a hell of an artist, bro. I think he did this cover. He does his own digital art. He's selling those for NFTs. And the man is talented. And I've seen on this thing, we got to support the people with the talent, bro. I've seen him say, yeah, I don't know about this music stuff because he ain't getting that we gonna help give him that play, bro.
Man.
You in my rotation when I DJ, bro. Especially when I get to my hype set. Cause he got some stuff we have to play later. He got some bow boom, some mosh pit type shit. I love that shit.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the one. So shout out Mir Fontane. Again, this ain't in no order, man. This just how I'm feeling. Let me go to my second one, man. My second person I got, my guy, he out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
He go by the name Grip.
Grip. Oh yeah, you been with 2 P's, right?
No, 1 P. It's
1 P. Oh shit.
Grip just signed with Shady. He was signed with Eminem before he dropped his last album. His last album is called "I Die for This." And he had in 2019, I believe, on my list. I put on Facebook and Twitter. He had number one, my number one spot.
Yep.
With Snub Nose.
Yep.
He made the what was that? It's a famous, was it Rolling Stones? He made their list for best album. This Snub Nose is hard, bro.
That was the same list you had Add 2 on, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out Add 2 too.
Shout out Add 2. And of course to round off that top 3, I had Freddie Gibbs with Bandana on there.
Shout out to Gibbs,
Yeah.
man. Gangsta Gibbs.
Gangsta Gibbs. We want no smoke. Only the jokes.
Gangsta Gibbs.
We only want the jokes. Come through one time.
I like the Gangsta Gibbs on that Tom Mish though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Tom, another one, bro. But this joint right here, I'm gonna just get one verse. Oh, this Grip, man. I might have to turn this down because this thing go hard.
Okay.
The second verse go hard. Man, this nigga, man.
Hey, look at the young God. He mad you stopped the song. The young God, like, man.
We gonna get in all kind of trouble with these rap music when on air. I don't care. We just gonna cut it down some kind of way when we send the edit. I don't care. But man, bro, Grip, that's my guy. Grip, unfortunately, I was also trying to get him up here for the sneaker soiree. You know, just some things on my side. I'm broke. Things on my side. We couldn't make that, but we gonna reach back out. Shout out to his management, Tiggs, man. That man cool as hell. Real person, bro. You reach out, bro, they reach back. So, man, look out for Grip, bro. He was Shady. They finna do big things, bro.
Man.
And he even got a song about it. He was almost at that point, bro. It's what they say, you got to hold. When you at that point, that's knowing you know you about to break through.
Man.
That's the point you finna break through. And that's where everybody at.
Man, where was Ejike at when I was at that point? Man, y'all know I dropped. Where was he at 3-4 years ago when I was at that point?
This nigga act like he getting back to it. He ain't Joe Budden, y'all. He gonna come back.
We trying to come back. We getting there.
We getting there.
We getting there.
So that's that one. I'm gonna play something older for my number 3, man.
Okay.
I got one more, man. And this artist, I found him on Twitter because I was following another artist that he rocks with. And somebody that he kind of, I won't say in the same camp, but they out of the same city. He's out of Nashville. And this artist, this album was my top album of 2020. This man, I looked at the cover. I said, is this claymation? With one sad eye, with button eye, sad. And he says, the album's called No More Bad Days, more spelled M-O-O-R. I said, hold on. You can't be this bold with claymation and put more like that and not have something. And I seen the homies retweeting it from Nashville. I said, let me check him out. This man goes by the name of Chuck Indigo. And I'm going to play one of his hard songs. He got a new project out, too, called Shades of Indigo. It's an EP. And this thing is... yeah, it's going to be on my top list, Shades of Indigo EP. But let me play something that I heard last year that just turned me the hell up. Man.
Hey, caught me in some ratchetness. I don't be on hood rat stuff. Not with my friends. We be out here acting like saints, man. I ain't even know. I be nodding to that type of music, man. See, shout out to Chuck Indigo, though, man. Y'all got to listen to the wordplay, though.
Yeah, but he got some other. That's just the hype shit. But when he goes and he raps, again, it was called No More Bad Days. Don't think it ain't no real shit on his project, bro. And his new project, which is an EP, he was playing. You can tell he was playing with different beats, melodies, rhyme schemes, flows, and it's great. Just by him playing. That's why he made the EP. It ain't his album because he likes to make cohesive projects. I can tell he's that type of guy. You don't do this type of artwork and that type of project.
I feel that.
And he likes to make cohesive project. But on the EP, he kind of like, let me test this out. And I might play something off of that at the end of this. But those are my three, man. Mir Fontane, Grip, and Chuck Indigo. And I want to hear from y'all too in the comments. But those are my three.
Okay.
Johnny, what you got for the people, man?
Man, it's kind of hard to follow it up with that, man. I mean, yeah, you came with some crunk stuff, bro. Honestly, bro, one of the people who I'm listening to right now, man, shout out to my guy, Lupe, man. He actually turned me on to this artist. And we'll be getting into Lupe a little bit later, you know what I'm saying? Because he's definitely one of them people from Omaha. You got to keep your eyes open for. But there's this brother out there in Denver, Colorado, man. A brother named Trev Rich, man. And I'm really, really, really vibing with this dude. He's one of them people who we got to find a way to lift up. He got about 3 or 4 songs I'm really rocking with. He got the Gandhi Shh. He got the Late Night Drives. He got the Built. And he got the Bird's Eye View. That's the ones that I'm really, really rocking with. But as far as what y'all about to hear today, we about to go ahead and drop that Built, man. So shout out to my guy, Trev Rich, man.
Ooh.
So Black God to the young God. So yeah, he said, how many stitches mend a broken heart? So yeah, man, shout out to my guy Trev Rich out there in Denver, Colorado, man. He one of them people who lyrics is on the next level, man. So he's one of them people we gotta find a way to amplify.
Man, he on. I hope his shit on Bandcamp.
I'm pretty sure he on all of those.
I hope it's on Bandcamp because Bandcamp pay you 85%.
Bandcamp.
So hey, Bandcamp, give us a shout.
Shout out. Hey, we gonna get a sponsorship
because
later from Bandcamp. We Streets A&R Podcast, Bandcamp. You know, we gonna throw that out there. But nah, definitely. Tell them about what Bandcamp was doing for artists last year during the pandemic, real quick, man.
Man, they were for those who don't know what that app is, Bandcamp is a music app. It is a place where a lot of young, I won't even say young, people who are trying to break into the music scene, music industry without a label, go to post their music. What Bandcamp is good for is doing great payouts. And they also allow you a place to where all you have to do is pay the minimum that the artist said, but you can pay whatever. Meaning if you make your album $9.99, I can pay you $10, but I can also pay you $50 if I feel like it. You can also have packages on there where you can sell if you have vinyl or you want shirts and you want to do packages. You can put that as a package as an option to buy. You can also stream music on there as on streaming. But this is a place where also when you buy, actually this is back to buying albums versus just streaming. And as a DJ, as me as a DJ, I don't stream shit. Reason being, it's a couple folds. You don't get paid that much off my stream.
Yes, sir.
And 2, I can't do anything with a stream as far as a DJ. There's a couple apps like Tidal now. You can log onto your Tidal and use like Serato and mix in your playlist from there. But if you, as a real DJ, you're going to be in venues that have no internet. Then what do? I need the actual tracks. I need the MP3, the MP4, the wave. Not only does Bandcamp, you buy the music, you can download that, but it allows you to pick how you want to download it, whether it's MP3, MP4, wave, FLAC, whatever type of file. Reason being, that is a place where a lot of creative producers go to find sounds and then reproduce, remix, flip, or whatever. And then they can give that credit back also to the original artist. So that's why you can download it as a wave. If you're a producer, you hear some dope underground funk music that you want to hip hop out. You can go there, buy it, download it. There's a lot of free stuff too. Download it as a wave. Now you can maneuver it, finesse it how you want to. it's a great company, a great place doing things for artists, and their payout is 85%.
Shh.
And during the pandemic, what they were doing was every first of the month, very smart. On the first, they know everybody get paid on the first. Some get paid on the 15th, but everybody get paid on the first.
Shout out to the teachers.
Right. On the first of the month, they would basically give the artist 100% of the albums or money that they made that day. So if you bought their album on the first, last year, they gave that artist 100%. They were trying to make sure that the artist could still eat out here. And we got to start to bring up people like in companies who are trying to do what needs to be done to give creatives a space to actually be able to create and make a living. So while, yes, you may get a lot of views and plays on Apple, Spotify, but that it's going to take you 1 million views, what it would take you almost 100 buys on Bandcamp.
Man, ownership.
And now I own their record. I own it. It's ownership. Now I have the files legally. They're mine. I don't. So also as a DJ, I need real files because if I'm looking through your album digitally crate digging, these streaming, not these people like BPM streaming, these pools, these record pools may not have everything that you have on your album. They just have the radio records. So if I like your album, I need to get it. That's a place where I can download it any way I need to. And I always download on my computer WAV files. I mean, on my phone, I download it MP3, download my computer waves. So if I feel like getting into that and producing, or somebody's like, yo, that's dope, I want to flip that, I could get it to them. They can get it. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what I was thinking about earlier when you was talking about crate digging. Just the beauty of finding new music to make with hip hop, especially when you produce. And it ain't nothing like finding a sample to flip, man.
Yep.
So
yes, sir.
Definitely, man.
Let's get to your second.
Man, we're going to get to the second artist, man. This second artist, another plug-in by my boy Lupe, man. Lupe, one of those people who create music, but he keep his ears to the street, too. And he's a phenomenal producer. But he plugged me into this next brother. I don't know where he's from. I tried to look him up online. Don't know where he's from. But this brother, LaRussell, you talk about that hunger. Young Montreal, this brother got that hunger. You know what I'm saying? Straight out the basement. You know, you can hear it. So he got a track called Do That Little Dance You Be Doing on the Field Effect 2. That's the song we going to play today, man. LaRussell. So we just gonna stop it there, man. I know that's one of them ones where you like, because if I would have let it go, you just gotta let the whole thing play.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man. So LaRussell, man. That's my guy LaRussell, man. Yeah, man. That's the type of stuff that actually make me want to write again. So artists like Trev, Rich, artists like LaRussell, Boz, you know what I'm saying? JID, like those are the type of artists that make me want to create again. So shout out to the real artists doing it, man.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
Yeah.
Those hard, heavy lyrics and pause. They make you breathe. You gotta breathe. I'ma hit you. Breathe.
Yeah.
Hit you. I'm like, all right, he trying to get something across. He got it. I got it. Hope y'all got it.
Man, he got it.
Man.
So, man, the last person that I got, man, I was actually plugged to by my guy E. Man, it was hard to choose a last third song to highlight this week, man. I almost highlighted another artist that I appreciate that's international, but this is actually somebody who E turned me on to, who was a part of his first Sneaker Soiree event. This is a brother named Dante Higgins, and it's this track, God Told Me to Drop This.
Oh, you playing that one?
I'm dropping that.
I'm
dropping that.
You lucky you didn't play.
I'm dropping it.
Go ahead.
We're going to drop it. Drop this.
Man, come on, Dante. I play. Y'all don't understand. When I say my boy, my guy, I played junior college football with Dante. That's how far we go back. We did. I can't let you get away with not playing this song, though, man.
Okay. Hey,
Let me go ahead.
Play that before you do, man. We can't wait till we start getting into some of E's sports stories, man. Y'all ain't gonna believe some of the people he done had interactions with in the sports world and stuff like that, man. But go ahead, man. Drop that. Dante.
That's got to be another pod. I got to get some of my old teammates on that pod because that's gonna be some wild mess. But hey, man, I gotta tell y'all this story with Dante. Not tell y'all. Let me play this song, man.
hey, man, hold up. Hey, man, if y'all listening to the podcast on some speakers, though, man, that beat slaps. It slaps. If you're not listening to this on your speaker, go hook your phone up to your speaker and replay that segment.
You need some bigs or some heavy-weighted headphones, bro. Like that's my guy, man. Like, you understand, Dante, when I went down there for Christmas, bro, when I was in Houston visiting my family. That was when my mom and them was in Houston and my sister still lived there. I was like, I hit Dante. He like, when you in the city, just hit me up. So I'm like, yo, what's up? He's like, yo, I'm doing this toy drive for my old hood, South Lawn. So the little project. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, y'all pull up. So I go pull up over there. You know, we helping give out gifts and stuff to the kids and stuff, bro. He started doing that over there, man. Shout out to Dante for that. Man. And he was like, yeah, we're going to go to this Christmas party later, you know, just get dressed. I'm like, all right, I'm put some clothes on. I said, I don't know if y'all know, I'm like the best cheap dresser in the world. Like, I ain't never got no money for real, but I can find some shit, bro.
Hey, you see, he be looking like he got all the money, I promise you.
I'm be chilling on here. Hey, don't do drugs there. But, man, I was like, let me put on some clothes, bro. This nigga took me to Johnny Dang. Johnny Dang's jewelry store. If you like grills and stuff, you know exactly who Johnny Dang is.
Shout out to Johnny.
He had just got his new jewelry store. We walk in. This nigga Johnny Dang in the back got his back office open. On the back window of his office is a big ass bazooka.
Got the bazooka in the window.
He got it hanging. Like, if y'all want it tonight, y'all can get it.
Y'all be talking about popping shit up. Johnny Dang talking about blowing shit up. Shout out to Johnny Dang. Shit, now we know why they call him Johnny Dang. They seen that thing and said, dang, Johnny, that's how. I feel you, bro. Man, I feel you.
But
bro.
Boy, it was some. Yeah, they was out that night and upstairs in his jewelry store, bro. He got a exclusive shop selling all the high end merchandise, bro. Just love, bro. Just stuff I ain't seen. At that point I didn't know what the real like Louboutins really looked like, the sneakers and stuff. I'm like, man,
shit, I still don't.
Yeah,
hey, that's a shame. I still don't.
Just looking at it, you know what I'm saying, and just being in the atmosphere, and him Johnny Dang doing this little verse and stuff, rapping, and just even hearing about how he even got his money for real. You know what I'm saying? He cut out the middleman. He go over, get his diamonds, cut them himself, and sell them. He built himself. He built that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Johnny. Shout out to my boy Dante, man, just for that exposure. And just anytime I link up in Houston, anytime I call, bro, he'll hit me like, G, what's up, man? I know you on some business. What you need? Every time. He like, I know you got some business for me. What's up?
Yeah.
So shout out Dante, man.
Shout out to Dante, man. I think that's like a perfect segue too, because Dante was from your hometown.
I played ball with Dante.
Oh, look at
junior college.
Hey, look at me plugging the wrong person. Look at me.
No, yeah.
Shout out to Dante, man. I think it's important for us to have personal relationship with artists so that we could plug these people and put them onto platforms where they can come and get a little bit more exposure, man. So shout out to that. I think that's a perfect segue into going into, you know, like who some of the people that's local around in this area that's kind of not getting they shine that they need to. And I didn't mention one of those artists already, so we'll mention them for the third time on this show. Man, shout out to LiPo, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, if y'all don't know, take out your phones, get on your Spotify, go to your Apple Music or wherever you get your music at. Type in LITE space POLE and just check out some of that music, man. That brother right there is phenomenal, man. I had him. He's a multi-hyphenate, man. He's a multi-hyphenate. Don't try to put him in a box as just being an artist, a rapper, a musician. I mean, he's a producer. He's an artist. He's a father. He does all kind of things, man. But check out that man's music, man.
I think did he self-teach himself the guitar piano?
Man, he self-taught himself the guitar.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, man. So, I mean, just one of them people who be dropping amazing stuff, man. And so I don't know what kind of time we got. Maybe we'll play one artist or something, or I don't know if that's something we'll do on the next segment, man. But LP is one of those artists that y'all really need to go check out, man.
If you want to pull something, get something ready. While he plugging it, I'm gonna plug another one. And along with LP, he was at my sneaker soiree and performed. I had another artist open up, and this artist, when she speaks, the crowd stops. There's two artists that I truly know in Omaha that do that. And there's a third that kind of dipped. But there's two artists. She's one of them. Her name is Thailand.
Shout out to Thailand. Actually, she was was my second artist.
Oh, well,
I was gonna mention.
Thailand,
man.
is the truth.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking, she opened, I was like, you want to open up? She's like, that's cool. She got on stage. And I have a different view because I'm behind them, the artist, as the DJ. And when I watched her, it was movie-like to see her standing there with the mic stand and moving and flowing and going. And that's Tylynn, I believe.
Yes.
Tylynn. Thailand music. I'm trying to tell y'all. She's also getting placements. She just got placements on the show Sisters. She got placement on it was another show, it was a sports show. She got a placement, a song on there. She is starting to bubble.
Yes.
In the correct places, the places that pay you.
Yes.
Understand. There's different avenues, but that's another show. So make sure you check out Thailand.
Yeah, no, definitely. That young lady, phenomenal. I had the opportunity of first seeing her when she was 15 years old. Shout out to William Dortch up there at the L402 store. But William Dortch used to hold community events where local acts used to come and perform. And also another local act that was performing there that's pretty big right now is King ISO. Shout out to King ISO. If you don't know who he is, he's with Strange Music and doing big things with Tech 9. He actually just had The Rock on the song with him. So shout out to King ISO, man.
Yes, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
Dwayne Johnson, you know what I'm saying? Had The Rock. Do you smell what? Yes, he had him on the song with him. But Thailand was only 15 years old when those events was going on. And people would try to get me to freestyle battle her. Like, they would always be like, she will freestyle battle anybody. I didn't want to see Thailand, bro. At 15, bro. She was like that. So when you see some people who really just God gifted and blessed and you see them walking in a divinity, you ain't got no choice but to salute it. I don't even know Thailand personally, but I just know what I see, and that's greatness. So shout out to Thailand music.
Let's get another one real quick that I know was on both our lists.
Yeah, man, if you talking about who I think you talking about, if you talking about the brother who just signed with my guy Stolly.
Listen.
If you talking about that guy, man,
Hold on.
See, this crazy, man. Another artist that I don't know personally, but one thing about me is when you see greatness, you know when you looking at greatness. And shout out to my little cousin Tony LWG, man. He was doing a performance at the Wire Pub a couple years ago, and this artist that we talking about was on stage. And when I seen this artist perform, my boy E had already been telling me, like, this dude really stepped his game up. And that's who we talking about. And when that artist got on stage and performed, I watched everybody in that room gravitate towards that stage. And I told my little cousin, I said, hey, you see him right there? You see the way he command that microphone? You study that man. Shout out to that man, Yadda, man.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Yadda, man. Jimmy.
Yeah, man. I've seen him at a showcase, bro. I was like, oh, that's it. Just hearing it's something about when you hear somebody who's like, if I heard you, I know that's you. And the way you can move, you understand how to shift an energy or a restless crowd to come see what you're doing. And there's some people coming up who I've seen do that, and I've heard. I remember being at a Logic concert in Kansas, and I was with my homegirl, one of my best friends from Ohio. I was down there. I was like, let's go to this concert, Logic. I'm like, all right, cool. We in there. She at the bar. She getting something to drink. And it's the opener on, and I'm talking to her, and I'm like, "The hell is going on stage?" Like I'm hearing this dude. I'm like, "Who the hell is this on stage ripping this shit apart?" This is what I'm like. I said, "Hey, hold on. Can we go back in here because somebody is tearing this hole down?" And shout out to he used to go by the moniker of Quest. But shout out to Sylvan LaQ, man. It's one of Mickey's homies too. Sylvan LaQ out of Florida, bro. And he was tearing. I was like, yo, you got me. Got his project that day. And I was like, oh yeah. But it's
never heard of him.
Bro, I'm gonna send you some stuff. Okay. And I'm telling he got a project you have to listen all the way through. And the ending of the project loops to the beginning. You won't know you even started over.
It's only a few projects like that, man.
I'm telling you.
And that's magical right there.
So, yeah, but shout out to my guy, Yadda, man. He's with Stolly over there, Blue Collar Gang. Man, anybody else we want to, like, and we, don't get us wrong, y'all. We mess with a lot of people here. The point of us shouting out some of these people, it's a combination of things, but it's really, when I hear you, do I hear national, international star? That's kind of how I feel about it. Do I hear national, international star? This is about being straight star. This is no disrespect to nobody.
Right.
Some people got it. Some people don't. Some people on their way. They just ain't got there. They need a little boost or a little thing here. And there's so much talent here. There may be just something not aligned correctly. But I'm telling you, like, some of these people, and you can hear it even in their music, like, okay, y'all got the right engineers around you, right producers, right sound. You know how to create a song, do your hooks correctly, your bridges, how to mess with melodies. You can hear that. And that's a hard thing to master, bro. But that's one of the only ways to make it and sustain in the game. A lot of people get in. A lot of people get put right back out in a year and a half.
Man.
So, but the ones who sustain, they have that. And these people we listing, they have that from here, from Omaha. And there's a whole lot more. Trust and believe, bro. Y'all know me. I love y'all. And I rock with, I tell people all the time, send me your music. Y'all don't send it, don't play. Shout out to my guy KB down there in Dallas, bro. Oh, man, doing big things.
Man, but that's just a perfect example of sometimes you got to escape the environment around you so that you could truly be great.
Yeah.
You know, getting Omaha is a real thing.
We got it. That's another show.
Don't even Omaha is a real thing.
Omaha.
So we're gonna talk about that. But we definitely got to know that there's some talented individuals out here, man, who ready to make some things shake, man. And it's on us, man. So you coming to the right place, man. This is the place where we're gonna be giving y'all those individuals, man, that y'all need to look out for. We're gonna be giving y'all, tuning y'all into the whispers of the street, man. The things y'all not hearing, the things y'all not seeing, man. So welcome to the Streets A&R Podcast.
Yes, sir. And real quick, a couple other names, bro. Shout out SR.
Man, shout out Young SR.
The real SR the movement. I seen him when he started. I walked in on a practice session I was DJing for. It's like, oh, that's it. He just one of those.
I remember him 2 Times Mafia. Shout out to shout out to Coro Corleone.
Yeah, Coro.
He was throwing those events together. And Coro, shout out to Coro Corleone. Hey, Pieces of a God. Everything got the God in it, but Pieces of a God. Go check out that project, streaming on all platforms now. My guy Coro Corleone, that's Corro Corleone. My guy is doing big things.
Yes,
man,
sir.
So.
And he was throwing them shows. I don't even know if he knew who he had on the show. I think he did, but he got some hitters, bro.
Hitters. Big hitters. I mean, you start talking about he had Grace Gotti on the show.
Yep.
He had all kind of different people that was popping in on the show. Giovanni X, all kind of different people, man. Tony Young, he had Tony LWG, had Lace with Game on a couple different sets, man. So yeah, shout out to Coro Corleone, man, and the movement, and shout out to In-House, man, and the things that they got going on.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I don't know. Is that all we got for today?
Yeah, man.
Man, it's been a good show.
Oh, man.
It's a good start.
We definitely, it's hard coming to an end, man, but we got to give y'all something to come back for next week. You know what I'm saying? So one of our cameras then gave out. That's one sign. We on the way out, man. So shout out, man. Streets A&R Podcast, man. Y'all know what it is, man.
Yep. Follow us on all platforms. So we are on Instagram and Twitter at Streets A&R, STREETS ANDR. It's A and R.
Spelled out
on Instagram and Twitter. We'll also be on having an episode on YouTube, and then check us out. We'll be broadcasting from Anchor, so the podcast will go up on Anchor and hit all your streaming platforms, whichever one you delight. And hold on, somebody had something? Nope. Okay, so yeah, follow Streets A&R. We are going to be all over the place. Help us grow. Help us get some dummy batteries. Help us get some more power out here.
Y'all already helped us get the lights. So thank you for all of our supporters for helping us get the lights, man. Shout out to everybody that's been funding and supporting behind the scenes, people who believe in the vision, man. So
shout out to Web Pro Solutions. That's one of our founding funders, bro.
Yes, sir.
It's been funded by us, but Web Pro Solutions came through with a lot of the equipment that we're using as well. And we're going to keep growing. They do everything behind the scenes on the computer. So
everything.
Just shout them out. What you got?
I was nothing big. Just going to say, also, we getting ready to do this giveaway.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Oh, we ain't getting ready. We got to build something up.
Yo.
But I don't know if y'all can see on the camera, but I got this little box. Let me grab this box.
Man, go ahead, grab a box.
On the box.
Some of y'all know what this box means.
Shit, I did.
Some of y'all know what this box means.
Okay,
come on.
It's a slide.
It's a slide.
Now some of y'all. Let me put it this way. It's a Yeezy slides. We got a real pair of slides from my guy Montreal that we gonna give away. And we going to figure out why and how we going to give them away. These are size 10. But these is real. And we going to keep them here. Don't come rob me for no slides.
Streets A&R.
Streets A&R Podcast.
We got a whole lot of things up in here.
I'm about to say, they're going to learn that we the Popcast in a second. They're going to be Streets A&R Popcast.
You know what I'm saying? But we gonna find out from one of our supporters how we going to get out of the way. And that's going to be one of our first big thank yous to our supporters. We appreciate everybody that's tuning in. However you tuning in, whenever you tuning in, spread the word. We gonna be out here. We gonna be lacing y'all with that street heat, man. I'm finna A&R artist, man.
Man,
I've been talking about this for a long time.
Man,
if you go to my Instagram page, there's a whole 34 weeks worth of music from different artists every day.
What's your Instagram?
It's getEJIKEwithit.
Mm-hmm.
GET.
Mm-hmm.
EJIKE with it. WITHIT. getEJIKEwithit.
Go check out that series he was doing.
And I'm telling you, because it ain't gonna be up there too much longer, because that stuff will get archived, because I might have to use some of them songs later.
Yes,
some of them artists. But every day I was posting during the pandemic, to keep me engaged in music during that time.
And it's not just hip hop. Because, the brother was posting everything. Shout out to Cleo Soul. I got Cleo Soul off of one of the artists you posted.
Bro, even her new album is amazing, bro.
Yeah.
We going to do a whole segment on our European and overseas brothers and sisters who really do real music.
Yeah.
So, but shout out Cleo Soul, man. Even her new album, Mother, is amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, she cold, bro. She had one of my favorite songs. It's on my favorite songs of all time. She got one on her album, bro. But yeah, man, it's all kind of music, all kinds. Even in the month of October, I did all women. I don't even know. Was it October? At one of the months, I did all women. I think October, I might have did all political style songs, gearing up for the election. And then I had a whole month of all women. And then the only time I repeated an artist was the week that I brought Mickey Fax down. So that week I did all Mickey Fax songs. And I did that for like 34 weeks straight. Man, so check it out. New song, new
crates. When we talk about digital crate digging, when we talk about exposing people to music and having bags, that's what he's talking about. When he talk about being a DJ, he's talking about actually jockeying disc. That's what he's talking about. So with that, ain't nothing left to do but this.
This. I got you. Yeah. We getting out of here, y'all.
Hey, just so y'all know, in-house producers too. First beat by Raider King. Outro by my guy Montreal, Mr. International. Yeah. Y'all know what it is. Yeah.
Listen to me though.
Hey.
It's coming up, I think.
The beats, the flow, the rhythm. All movement starts from the streets. Streets A&R Podcast.
And they gonna end in the streets. End in the streets. End in the streets. They gonna end in the streets. We
Catch
outta
y'all
here.
later, man. Peace out.
Yes, sir.
The beats, the flow, the rhythm. All movement starts from the streets. Streets A&R Podcast.